Okay, so today we're going to look at 4.5 systems of linear inequalities. So we have a couple of vocabulary. So the system of linear inequalities is two or more inequalities written together. Okay. A solution of a system of inequalities is any ordered pair that makes all inequalities true. Okay. Since we're going to be graphing, the easiest way to find the solutions are in the overlapped shaded region. Okay, so remember when we're graphing, it's best if we are in slope-intercept form. So looking at A, y is greater than x minus 2. So here we have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of negative 2. So I'm going to go ahead and start there. So y-intercept of negative 2, put your first point. We're going to go up 1, right 1. I'm going to continue that all the way off my graph. And down 1, left 1. Okay, now we need to decide, do we have a dashed or a solid line? Remember, when we don't have a solid line in the inequality, it's going to be dashed. I'm going to go ahead and make these dots into dashed lines. And now we need to look, are we shading above or below? Since it's greater than, we're going to be above the line. Okay. Now, let's look at our second inequality. Y is less than or equal to negative x plus 1. We have a slope of negative 1 and a y-intercept of positive 1. So let's go ahead and start there. Y-intercept of positive 1. Slope of negative 1, so we're going down 1 to the right 1. I'm going to continue that line off of our graph. Okay, so now since it's less than or equal to, the equal to makes it a solid line. Okay, and then since it's less than, we're going to shade below the line. So if we shade below the line, we have that. And then you can see that all of our overlapped area is everything here to the left. Okay. So that would be all of our solutions. So we can pick an ordered pair, like here we have what, negative 4, 2. And that would be a solution. Okay, any of the ordered pairs within that. All right, now let's look at B. Y is less than 2x. Okay, so on this line, we have a slope of 2. And we have a y-intercept. Since there's nothing being added or subtracted, our y-intercept is 2. So I'm going to go up 2 on our, or sorry, not 2. How about 0? My apologies. So starting at 0. And then we're going to go up 2 to the right 1. And continue that off of our graph. Okay, and so now if it's less than, we have a dashed line. And if it's, since it's less than, we're also going to shade below. All right, now let's look at our second line. We have y is greater than -3. So since there's no x value here, remember this is the same thing as y-intercept. So we're gonna have a horizontal line. At y equals -3. We're going to have a dashed line because of the greater than symbol. There's no equality. And since it's a greater than, we're going to shade above. All right, so if we go to our graph, y equals -3. I'm going to go down 3 on our y-axis, put our first point, and then I'm going to go anywhere to the right or the left, make our other points, and we are dashed. And shading above. So we're looking at where do those graphs intersect. So that would be anything up here. All right. Okay, and then let's look at C. So look at C where we have x plus y is greater than or equal to 2. We need to start off with getting y by itself. So I'm going to rewrite our equation. X plus y is greater than or equal to 2. Subtract x on both sides. So y is greater than or equal to -x plus 2. So we have a slope of -1 and a y-intercept of 2. Since it's greater than or equal to, we're going to have a solid line. And greater than means we're going to be shaded above. All right, so if we graph this, y-intercept of 2 and a slope of -1, so go down 1, right 1. And we have a solid line. Let me go ahead and connect my dots. Oops. Okay, and we're going to shade above the line. So anything above this line. All right, now let's look at our other inequality. 2x plus 2y is less than -4. So to get y by itself, we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So 2y is less than -2x minus 4. Then to get y by itself, we're going to divide by 2. So y is less than -2 divided by 2 is a -1x. And -4 divided by 2 is -2. Okay. So we have a slope of -1, a y-intercept of -2. Since it's less than, we have a dashed line. And since it's less than, we're going to shade below. All right, so if we do that, y-intercept is -2, and our slope is -1, so we're going to go down 1, right 1. And we have a dashed line. Okay, and shade below. So now we have to ask ourselves, does our graph ever intersect? Do the shaded regions ever overlap? And the answer is no. So because there is no overlap, we're going to have no solution. All right, I want you to go ahead and try D. I know there's 3 lines, but go ahead and try it. And then we're going to go over this application problem as a class together.